What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor. And as always, I'm about to take your taste buds on a culinary journey. And how am I going to do that today? Well, we're going to be making a lemon chicken beurre blanc with a beurre blanc sauce, and it sounds fancy. Another one of those French words that I just threw out there to you, but it's really easy to do, and you can do it at home, and you can make everyone think that you're this gourmet chef when really you're just a good cook. So let's get into the ingredients. Of course, we got our stove going, waiting for us. So we don't have to wait for it. We have some beautiful chicken breast here. We have lemon, onions, garlic, unsalted butter, some creme fraiche. If you can't find creme fraiche, you can use regular sour cream. It's no big deal there. S&P, olive oil, and a special ingredient, some dry white wine. I always love to stick or sneak some wine into my cooking. All right, let's get started, guys. Let's make some room so we can get this going. First thing we're gonna do is we are going to saute or pan fry our chicken. We have several cutlets of chicken breast here. Wash my hands real quick. Then we're just going to hit that with some S&P, salt and pepper, Mediterranean sea salt. Come hit it with some pepper. And we're going to flip it, hit the other side. And these are really thin cutlets, so it's not going to take long at all to pan sear those. Hit the other side. Because there's nothing worse than one-sided tasting food. Hit it with the pepper. And we're going to get our pan going. Let that get nice and hot. We're going to hit that with some EVOO extra virgin olive oil. Go around a couple of times. And then we're going to come back and hit it with our veggies, garlic, onion. Make sure our lemon is going to be nice and juicy for us. Once the olive oil starts to simmer, then we're going to go in with our chicken. I think it should be ready. Yeah. Then we're just going to pan sear our chicken really quick, get rid of this. Get something to put our chicken on. And we want this to get a nice crust on the bottom of it. So we're just going to leave it alone for now. Make sure it's going to build up that nice crust on the outside while leaving some delicious fond on the bottom so we can scoop that up to add flavor to our beurre blanc sauce. Give them a flip. And we're gonna cook this for a couple minutes on the other side. These are really thin chicken breasts, so it's not gonna take long to cook all the way through. And we don't want them overcooked. We want them just done, right in that 1 second. Just when it gets done, we want to take them off. We want this chicken to still be nice and juicy and not dry. And while that's going over there, our onions, our lemon, we got 2 cloves of garlic. We have some unsalted butter, and we're gonna chop that up, and that's how we're gonna start our beurre blanc sauce with a cup and a half of white wine and some creme fraiche. We're gonna hit this over again, and this should be done after this flip. These smaller pieces, you want to keep them on the outer edge of the fire. These 2 thicker pieces, we're going to put those in the middle where the most heat is. And you can see it's already starting to build up all that nice and delicious fond on the bottom of it. Flip it over. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what we wanted. Once this gets done, we're going to take these out, set this to a side, and then we're going to start on our beurre blanc sauce. And you can see all this grease is popping up everywhere. I'm a very messy cook, I know. We'll take these smaller ones out. These guys are done. Just want to make sure these thicker pieces are done. It's already starting to smell good in here. Look at that. Beautiful crust on that. Some people say put your food in, leave it alone. I like to play with my food. Take this one out. And then we're going to cut this down to about medium heat. And we're about to pull out this last piece of chicken. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to start on our beurre blanc sauce. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
Busy days, busy nights. When is your time? Campbellsville University has the online degree for you. Your time is now. DiscoverCUOnline.com.
A champion doesn't get days off. It takes determination and drive to realize goals. From long nights to early mornings. From the courts to the classrooms to online. At Campbellsville University, this is why we play. This is how we learn. This is where champions are made. Find your calling for a life change at campbellsville.edu.
What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor. And if you are just joining us, we are making a lemon chicken beurre blanc sauce, lemon chicken with a beurre blanc sauce. Now we already fried our chicken that's waiting for us. Then we're about to get on this beurre blanc sauce. Now beurre blanc sauce is simply a white butter sauce. When there's brown butter sauce, and this one is going to be a white one. What we have right here is the same skillet that we use to cook our chicken in. We have some beautiful fond, or all those little juicy, crispy bits on the bottom of the pan. Never throw those away, because that is nothing but flavor from Flavor Town, and you always love Flavor Town. So what we're gonna do in this, we have some white wine. We got about a cup and a half of white wine, and to get up all those beautiful little bits on the bottom of it, we're going to, another big word, deglaze the bottom of this pan, and that's simply just getting up all the nice little bits on the bottom of it. And now I'm using a dry white wine. It's a Sauvignon Blanc, but any white wine would do. Anything but store-bought wine. Never go into a grocery store and buy wine unless it's real wine, which you can't get here. So that's that disgusting store-bought wine you get off a shelf, and don't ever do that. Go buy some really good table wine. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it's very much better than that cooking wine, because cooking wine is disgusting. All right, anyway, done with my rant. We got our wine going in here. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna come over here really quick. We're gonna cut our wine down and let that reduce a little bit. And while that's reducing, we're about to hit this with our garlic. You know how we do it, just smash, Hulk smash. Take the paper off, and we're just gonna give those a rough chop. Really, there we go. Rough chop it. Now, if you like garlic, you can cut them in thin little slices, and you don't have to chop it up like this. If you don't like garlic, you can mince it up as small as you want to. I love garlic, so I'm gonna make it a little, I'm gonna chop it up, but I'm gonna make it not as minced. Then we're gonna come over here. We're gonna throw our garlic in and let our garlic start to incorporate its flavors with that wine, and let that infuse. Then we're gonna come over here with a very small, you can use a shallot. I got a very small red onion. We're just gonna use half of that, and you know how we dice it up, leaving the root end on and cutting off the opposite end and peeling off that paper really quick. Now find the little lines without cutting your fingers off, and simply slice down like so. And then come over and hit it crossways like that, and there you go. Easy little diced onions, keeping your fingers out of the way, tucked behind. And then just give that a rough chop. And then we're going to bring that over here, and we're going to add that also to our white wine, and let those flavors come together. Have a nice little penny good time. And then we're going to stir. And basically what we're doing, we're just sauteing our onions and garlic in that white wine, and you can already smell all the different flavors coming together, adding its own little touch to this pool of deliciousness. And what we got right here is our unsalted butter. Just give those, cut it up in nice little chunks like so. And now we're gonna come back, we're gonna cut this back up, because now what we're gonna do is emulsify or add our butter into this and whisk it in. Now to make a white sauce, the wine goes in first, then you add the butter, and it keeps it from browning. To make a brown sauce, a brown butter sauce, you would add the butter first and then brown it up that way. So we're gonna add these in one at a time. You can let it emulsify into the white wine with the red onions and the garlic. And yeah, that's great. We'll edit that out. You will never see it. And just keep it going with the butter. And after all, we get all our butter in here, we're gonna hit it with a little lemon juice and that creme fraiche. And then it'll be time to test it out. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break. I'm just gonna keep putting our butter in, emulsifying it, and when we get back, we're gonna add the 2 last ingredients, and then it's time to eat. We'll be right back on What's Cooking Neighbor.
Campbellsville University Cosmetology teaches beauty inside and out. The cosmetology students at CU receive salon experience while learning in a contemporary environment from faculty who have worked in the industry. With areas of study ranging from hairstyling to salon management, Campbellsville University Cosmetology can help you turn your passion into a profession. Kickstart your cosmetology career today. Visit campbellsville.edu/cosmetology.
Take a look at Campbellsville University's campus with us, right here on WLCU TV, Campbellsville, Comcast Channel 10, and Digital Channel 15.
What's up, guys? It's What's Cooking Neighbor. I'm Don Smith, and we are making lemon chicken with a beurre blanc sauce. And what I got going right now is our beurre blanc sauce. And if you're just joining us, a beurre blanc sauce is simply a white butter sauce. And I'm adding in my very last piece of butter to emulsify. We got white wine in here. We have some red onions. You can use shallots if you have it. And then we had a little bit of garlic also in this. And the garlic is optional. I like garlic, so I threw it in. But I think in a traditional French cuisine, you don't find the garlic in a beurre blanc sauce. And now our last piece of butter has been emulsified into our wine using a dry white wine, a Sauvignon Blanc. I think it was a 2003 vintage. I don't know what it was. It was this one. We're gonna go with our lemon. Make sure we don't get any of the seeds in it. Get rid of that guy. Hit it with the other half. Get rid of that guy. I'm gonna stir that in. the smells, the onions, the garlic, that white wine, give that hit with just a little lemon juice. Beautiful. Now if I can only open up our creme fraiche, there we go. And we're gonna hit that with a little bit of that creme fraiche, a couple tablespoons, and whisk this in. And guys, there you have it. Beurre Blanc sauce with the dry white wine, the onions, the garlic, the creme fraiche, the lemon juice. If you want a little more lemon flavor, you can take a zester and zest some of the lemon zest in here. And we're just gonna let that cook down just a tad bit. We're gonna hit that with just a little bit of salt and a little bit of that black pepper. And there it is, guys. You see how easy this is. You can come up with big fancy words all you want to, but it's very, very easy, simple, not a lot of ingredients. Anybody can do it. It doesn't take a master chef or a French chef to do this. You can do it in your own home, serve it up to your friends and your guests and your family, and everyone's gonna think you're one of the greatest cooks in the world, which you are, because everyone can cook, even if you think you can't cook. We're gonna let that thicken up just a tad bit for a couple more seconds. Guys, you know what time it is. It's time to plate up, suit up. Avengers. Sorry, just not Avengers. Food Avengers, that's what we are. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna come over here, take one of those beautiful chicken breast. We're gonna cut it like they would in a big fancy restaurant. Like so. Now, our sauce is reduced nicely. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna come back here, get a spoon, and that sauce, we're just gonna drizzle. Look at that. Guys, look how amazing that looks, how delicious it smells. And it was very easy to do, and you come up with a big French word like beurre blanc, but it's so easy to do. Now, it's only one thing we can do to make sure it is as good as advertised. We're gonna come in, and now it's time to taste. Guys, that's off the charts. A beurre blanc sauce. Who would have thought something like that can be so easy and delicious to make? A simple white wine, unsalted butter, a little onions and garlic, and creme fraiche. Remember, if you don't have creme fraiche, you can use regular sour cream, and just put it together, guys. It's that easy, that simple. And I don't know what else to say other than I'm going to continue to eat this. And you got to join me right here next time on What's Cooking Neighbor, because I don't know what I'm going to cook and you don't know what I'm going to cook. We got to find out together. It may be a beurre blanc sauce with some kind of twist. I don't know. I like French words, but you can cook easily. Anyway, stay with us. Come back. Join me right here. Catch me on YouTube. I'm Don Smith. See you next time. I'm going to keep eating.